Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Split Mountain Ranch. We are picking up the mowers from the store. Um, yeah, so something new in the game. No, something new for me is that I now have a G29 steering wheel. That's right. A little early Christmas present for me. So we are going to see how that goes. I have not really even tested it other than drive a truck around the map a little bit. Um, not done any farm work at all with the steering wheel. Feeling like I got a huge dead zone here that I'm not liking. But the G29 comes with the acceleration, and braking foot pads and everything. So we're using those as well, and we'll see what happens. We are due to mow our grass field. For sure, for sure. Last episode we were expanding some fields. We were doing some precision farming, soil sampling. Yes, that's the word, soil sampling. And we expanded most of the fields, and we're gonna mow whatever we get here. We expanded most of the fields that we worked in, and I think we're gonna make hay out of this, so I'm not worried about, not at all worried about. Well, we can't actually. We chose to not use the additional $20,000 feature to put this in a windrow. So we are just mowing straight up. Yeah, I got a huge dead zone presently in my steering wheel. And I do not understand that at all, because I did a little bit of testing on this. I'm going to be back right with you. Hold on one second. Alright, so we're back. We'll give this a try, see how it works. Why am I not mowing with the front mower? That was weird. No big deal. Alright, so this should be better. I don't know why the dead zone changed on me, but it seems to have changed. So you have to bear with me as I get used to this wheel. Never used it before. Like I said, did a little bit of testing, but never used it on any actual farm work. We'll see what happens. This should give us plenty of hay for our sheep that we're going to buy. We'll probably start out with about 10-ish sheep, I think. Something in that neighborhood. Maybe a little more. Maybe we'll go 15. Sheep are so easy to take care of. This is the Compoter mower pack that we bought a couple episodes ago. And if you remember, we have the tedder for the front. No, sorry, the windrower for the front of the tractor. So all we need is the tedder, which we do have, I believe. Let's just see if we can get this additional grass mowed up here ish. Close enough. Yeah, so we will we'll clean all this grass up that we're missing. So we will ted this grass, we'll make hay, and we'll get our sheep onto the farm. So we'll have chicken and sheep making us, you know, potentially making us some money. We'll probably not buy the mature sheep. Probably buy the young ones and let them grow up. Give us an opportunity to grow with the sheep in terms of our farm. This steering wheel is certainly a game changer, and it is certainly something that takes a little getting used to. Yeah, like right there. It'll take a little getting used to. And right now I'm not using any of the guidance steering. I'm just kind of steering on my own, just to try to get used to the steering wheel and how it works with the game. It's definitely more immersive, I will give it that. But I think there are settings and things that need to be tweaked as you're starting out with a steering wheel that I am not at all aware of. So I am, as usual, fumbling, bumbling, and stumbling my way. Like, why? And this is typical. I mean, this is mouse and keyboard, but issues. But man, you sure easily skip pieces of mowing, pieces of grass when you're mowing on a turn. It's like every turn. So like, what are you supposed to do? You know? In order to get a, and that is not at all what we're looking for. So to get lined up properly and to stay true and to get your all your grass mowed, yeah, it just takes a little bit of getting used to, just like anything else. It'd be like using a controller for steering versus, you know, mouse and keyboard, when all you've ever done is done mouse and keyboard. It's definitely smoother, I'll say that, in terms of turning, but it's a matter of me getting used to when to turn, how much to turn, how much back steering you have in order to like, you know, when you let go your steering wheel on your vehicle when you're making a turn, it automatically comes back to center at a certain rate or a certain speed. This is kind of the same thing. I mean, this would come back to center, but adjusting to those nuances of how quickly that happens, that is the trick. That is the trick. And then when you use the accelerator pad, for example, the brake pedal is also the reverse pedal. So when you hit the brakes and you hold the brake pedal, or you press it like a second time, then you automatically invoke reverse. So that's how you back up when you're using a pedal system. So that takes a little bit of getting used to as well. But I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there. This honestly looks like a pretty decent amount of grass we're putting down here. It looks like a pretty heavy amount of grass, honestly. So I'm pleased with that. If we can get 15-20 bales off of this field, that'll easily take our sheep in for a year. And I think, yeah, we do have another grass field straight ahead of us, I believe. Probably ready next month, maybe? And I don't think it's as big as this field, but this field could be greatly expanded. Like, there's a lot of room over this way, I think, and there's a fair amount of room. Now we'll have to dance around the electric poles, but there's room in front of us as well to be able to make some additional grass if we feel like we need it. I don't want to get into grass harvesting for the purpose of, say, silage, for example. I just don't really want to. I mean, to me, grass work is one of the, I don't know, the least interesting crops to be working on. So I don't really want to raise any more grass than what is required for the farm. I will say that at least in the initial stages, using a steering wheel is, I'm more apt, or I feel more apt to potentially use a steering wheel and steering wheel driving less versus like GPS driving. Like if I was using mouse and keyboard, I probably would have set up GPS on this field a long time ago and just been zipping up and down. This feels a little bit different, like a little more, I don't know, a little easier than mouse and keyboard driving. So maybe we'll do more real driving and less GPS. Now, one of the things I do want to get back into again, and it's been a while, and it's going to be a learning curve, and that is what? Oh my goodness! The word just escaped me. You know what I'm trying to say. When you hire somebody to do work for you and they just do the field. Oh my goodness. You set the course play. Course play, that's the word I'm looking for. I do want to get back into some course play. And doing some hiring of some employees to do a little bit of work for us on the farm. So I need to get that reinstalled. I presently do not even have that installed. on this series. But I think we can do that pretty easily. And that'll be another one of those learning curve things. It's been such a long time since I've used Courseplay. But I think Courseplay would be beneficial on this particular farm with the number of fields that we're starting out with. We could have some people hired to do some harvesting or to do some field work for us. Maybe we could concentrate a little bit on making a little money with some forestry or something while some of the farm work is being done. So I think we're going to look into that as well. I'd like to get back into some Courseplay. Nothing intense, nothing complicated, just some Courseplay to just set a worker off and have them harvest a field for us. That's really all we're looking at. So we're definitely going to be doing that as well in this. So I'm still using mouse and keyboard for other functions, you know, such as folding up implements and that kind of stuff. Just basically steering right now with the Logitech G29. We'll have to work on, where is our, right there's our tedder. I'll have to work on some settings. Actually, I think we'll go back here. I'll have to work on some settings for some of the implement work for the keyboard. I'm just going to drop these here. Yeah, because I don't have stuff programmed, and I'm probably gonna, honestly, to start out with, I'm probably going to have to create some kind of a list of functions. It'll take a while to remap and remember and all that kind of stuff. So we will get this grass tedded. To make hay out of this, we'll see what kind of a yield we get. Like I said, I'm guessing probably around 20 bales, maybe. I don't know, maybe more. That was kind of rough, that turn there. I don't know that I had the steering wheel set up the way I would like it in terms of force feedback, or in terms of maybe the range. Like this will go up to 900 degrees. I don't know that I want to be spinning the steering wheel around 3 times, like in order to make a turn or something. You know what I mean? Like a slower or a lower range of motion may be a better setting. Just not 100% sure I'm down with the current settings yet. I gotta figure out a way to keep the foot pedals from sliding away from me. They seem to require enough pressure that I'm pushing the whole pad. It's not an ideal situation either. That was a pretty smooth turn there, actually. Not bad, not bad. So, spoiler alert, I think I'm going to try to do a little bit, you know, a couple other driving series on the channel. I definitely want to finish Tribe Primitive Builder. If you guys are following me on the channel, on everything we have going on there, I want to finish that series. I want to see that through to the end. I recorded a video for American Truck Simulator before this, and also for Alaskan Road Truckers. I'm not sure when those are going to go up on the channel. Just really enjoying the driving features with this new G29, how it brings it to the game, to the that additional playstyle to the gaming. But I have to be realistic, and given that I don't have, as you guys know already, I don't have a ton of time at my disposal. So you know, we may be down to, if I choose to want to play multiple games, and I'm enjoying them, then it might be an episode per week of, you know, each game, for example. So we'll see how that works out. This is Friday, late afternoon. I've been sick, as you can probably tell by my voice. I did take the afternoon off of work after I got my critical work done. So I'm getting a couple things recorded right now. My plan would be easy, to try to get some recording done this weekend. following the channel, you probably know my dad's been sick. He did make it out of the nursing home to home, but I feel like with my current sickness and his lung conditions, unfortunately, I probably am not going to be able to visit him this weekend, so that may leave me. My wife has some work. She works half days this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, so that will hopefully leave me a little bit more time this weekend to try to get a couple things recorded in advance. I'd like to get another 2 or 3 episodes of Tribe Primitive Builder. I feel like that's a game we can knock out and get actually completed on the channel. There's an end to that game. Unlike ATS or Alaskan Road Truckers or Farming Simulator, there's really no end. You can go forever. That game does actually have an end to it, so I'd like to get to it and get it completed. Done quite a bit of work off camera on that game to gather a bunch of resources and just looking ahead to what they may be asking us to do, which I'm thinking is going to be another big building project. So that's another one that's on the channel if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, it's different, but it's a pretty fun game actually. I just missed a whole patch there. But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. You know, and I like that it's not a massive, unending game. You know, you do the work and you get it done, and come to a conclusion. That's kind of nice, actually, and not common with a lot of today's games. They want to string you along and have you buy this update and that update and the next update. And while there may be additional Tribe Primitive Builder games put out, new worlds to discover, there is a conclusion, there is a goal to the end of this game presently, as I understand it anyways, so we're working our way towards it. Yeah, so my beautiful wife, God bless her, cancer survivor, bought me this keyboard and this keyboard and mouse. Bought me this G29 steering wheel for an early Christmas present. She's very supportive. Love her to pieces. So that gives us the ability to do this in a more realistic fashion. She has been very supportive. Every time I'm recording a video, by the way, if I'm not taking a time off of work, you guys just got to understand, that's time away from me spending, you know, doing something with the family, whether it be, you know, something as simple as watching a Netflix series, or just being present. And God bless her for being so supportive of my desire to build a channel. So, if for no other reason, give me a like. You know, for Mrs. Wolf being a trooper. That would be awesome. So, we're just dropping stuff everywhere. We'll clean up the yard later. Let's drop this. Let's try to get in here. See if we can grab. I think we're gonna go around back. See if we can grab the baler and the windrower. Still October. I don't think we have any seeding to do this spring or this fall. I think we've chosen to hold on that. I may have to so what I am finding is with the game with the steering wheel installed, I'm finding the system automatically puts me into in-cab. Which is a little weird. Oh, I thought we connected that. I am doing in-cab in ATS and in Alaskan Road Truckers. I still find it a little bit, I don't know, a little bit odd in Farming Simulator. You guys could let me know actually in the comment section if you, I turn that on here, you guys are into in-cab driving in Farming Simulator. I mean, we can potentially do some more of that, especially now given that we have the steering wheel. So we can potentially do some more of that, and even with the steering wheel, with this front windrower, there's going to be times where we're going to turn the steering wheel and that front windrower is going to just flip around like a maniac because it's just totally reacting to the front steering wheel. And while I'm trying to be as smooth as I can, you know how it goes. But I don't know. I mean, we could potentially do some of this. Possibly. It's so shaky. I don't prefer that. So there is another feature with regard to some of this that I'm learning about with regard to steering wheel and steering wheel use and pedals and so forth. That being called head tracking. I don't know if Farming Simulator supports head tracking, but basically there is either a device that you can buy or there's software that you can download that uses a webcam. The device is actually a monitor, almost like a webcam, So as you turn your head, then your viewpoint changes with your head turn. So I have attempted that in some test stuff with ATS specifically. It was pretty jittery. I do not have the device. I think the device was like $150 or something. I may end up buying it anyways. But for example, as you can imagine, if you're driving a vehicle and you want to look over to your side view mirror, or out your side window or something of that nature, as you just naturally turn your head, it tracks your head movement, and it actually changes your viewpoint and lets you see that direction also. The thing that I'm experiencing with ATS right now is that I can't look around to see the scenery around me. I'm sure there is a way to do that, but if I pull up to a stop sign and you don't have a head tracking device, I can't see left and right. Or if I'm driving down the highway and I want to look at the scenery that I'm passing by, I can't see left or right. So I need to get something figured out with that. One of the beautiful things about ATS is that you get to see parts of the country. Like, there's literally places that have been created to mirror the physical location, the actual location. So I can go to Las Vegas, Nevada, for example, and I can see what Las Vegas looks like as I drive through it, having never been there. So yeah, I want to experience the country in places that I haven't seen, but without some kind of a device that lets me look around a little bit while I'm in cab driving. Not able to do that to the degree that I would like to do that. So I need to work out something for that as well. Not as big of a deal for Farming Simulator. But I can swing that. I can swing $150 on a head tracker if it works well, right? If it works well. In these days, if it doesn't work, I'll just send it back to Amazon. Simple as that. Get my money back. So I think that'll be one enhancement that I make to my gaming system and equipment. And that's quite literally gonna set me up pretty dang good for a gaming setup. And we are gonna get way more rails than I expected, which is fantastic. Because we could potentially, although I don't know, I don't know what size of bales we're running right now. 220. Yeah, we should be running 240, but we're not. We're running 220. Which is fine. We'll run 240s next time. I need to get that setting changed. I don't want to change it now because then I'm gonna have to have the auto load bale trailer will not pick up two different sizes of bales at one time. Yes, I'm really liking the steering wheel. Even for this. Farming Simulator. It is so much better than driving with the mouse and keyboard. And hopefully you guys can tell the difference. You should be able to tell the difference. Like, you should be able to tell that I'm not as herky-jerky as I was. And I'll give you a bit of a warning right now. 4:45 p.m. So I'll have family members coming home soon. And my office door is open. So you may hear some voices in the background. More likely you may hear dog, probably a particular dog, going crazy in the background. That would be our husky, Maya, M-Y-A, Maya. She's a mouthy little sucker when everybody comes home. And I'm not worried about missing a few pieces here and there. I just can't be bothered necessarily with just picking that stuff up. Usually that bothers me, but right now I'm not feeling about it. I'm feeling it. And goodness, as I look at all these bales out in front of me, I was saying 20 or 25 bales. I'm thinking maybe 50 bales. Am I off? Is it that far off? Could I be that far off? If you're with me this far into the video, about 48 minutes, 50 minutes in, I'd really be curious what you guys think of this particular Split Mountain Ranch map. Again, I think I'm the only person producing videos on Split Mountain Ranch, and I honestly think this is one of the favorite maps that I've ever played on Farming Simulator. I mean, it is just look at the mountains in the background. Pretty flat. I liked our choice to build our own farm, which I'm very, very pleased with how that turned out. But yeah, I'd really, really like to know what you guys think about this map. I'd also like to know kind of what you feel like would be a good challenge for this map. Like, what should we do? You know, like how do we know when we're done, basically? Like, what do you think is a good goal to accomplish on this map? Owning it all? Owning every field, maybe? You know, we have a pretty substantial loan, 5 million. 5 million? Is that what it is? To pay off. Obviously, that has to be one of the goals. But, like, what else do we want to accomplish on this map? And I think one of the things that I rarely ever do, that I should do, is the selling of product at the time that it's at its highest peak in price. I really think we should get into that philosophy for farming. We hang on to our crop and we sell it when it's worth the greatest value to maximize, our profit. I think we should do that as well. That's kind of like a given. But what's the end goal for Split Mountain Ranch? What would we really feel like we've accomplished it, we've completed it? What do you guys think? And I'll try to remember to ask this same question at the beginning of the next episode if you're not sticking with me the whole way through. Because I understand. I mean, I get it. But I could be talking to myself right now. And to some degree I am. Like, I do want to know what are my goals. I do know that from a farming perspective, getting into chaff harvesting is a big goal for mine. I think getting back into I just feel like I can't leave this sitting here. Getting back into course play is another just gameplay mechanic goal that I feel like I need to get back into. Maybe it's some crops that we've not participated with much. Maybe potatoes or sugar beet. Some of the more difficult crops to harvest, that take a little time and take a little effort. Maybe that's a good goal, is to have a regular rotating crop, root crop. We really want something to challenge us to enjoy the game for all of its just awesome capabilities. And, just to keep doing the same things over and over again. That are just simple and that are quick. I mean, we definitely are, getting into some forestry here. Maybe as time permits and as money permits, we get into like literally having a tree harvester on the farm. I mean, maybe that is a good goal for us to have. Done. Finish this. I know there are components of the game that I see other people doing that I don't necessarily get as into as others. So should probably look at expanding, unload these couple bales, expanding my own gameplay. Are you gonna pop out of there? I don't really want to say capability, but you know, stretching myself as a gamer for the game, becoming more advanced. Getting you know, getting deeper into what all this game really has to offer. So there is our grass field that we've been talking about for quite a while. Now, can I see? Where would that be at? Guys, where would that be at? Where would it tell me how many bales I've just made? Chickens are going to be reproducing soon. That's awesome. Where would it tell me how many bales? Trees cut down 25, 64. I don't know where we got 110. So we'll see. When we collect these, we'll do it on the next episode. We'll collect these next episode. It looks like 64 bales. We're going to store these anyways for our sheep, and we will buy sheep next episode. I can't imagine that I've only played 39 hours? Have I played 39 hours year one on this map? We need to get, maybe a goal is to go 10 years. Maybe that's a goal. I'm not sure. Again, hard difficulty. We had this on times 50.5 because we had so much to do. We still probably have some things to do. I need to review that. We'll look at that next time also. And yeah, we'll look at that next time as well. Let's save the game here. And then we will come right back right here where we left off. We will pick up these bales. We'll see how many we get. We have the sheep pasture over yonder. We will buy our sheep. And we will see where we go from here. So thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you next time right here on Split Mountain Ranch. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.